Welcome back to Four Faces. Today we're going to talk about that Sputnik V. That's the vaccination from Russia. We're going to talk about their distrust they have for the Russian government. But before I get into that, I just want to let you know that yes, I took the vaccine. I took both shots, and you can look at my other videos, and I go in more detail about the cause, the effects, and what you could expect from it. Um, so the question today is, should we trust our government when it comes to taking this vaccination? And I'm going to say, yeah, I wouldn't so much trust just the government. I would trust more like you doing your research and find out the truth about it. There's a video after this to show you some of the uh, distrust that people have towards this vaccine. So make sure you check a look at that. Um, so with Russia, the distrust comes from, well, two things I believe. Is one, that their own president will not take the vaccine. I think that's a big issue. And number two, you know that Russia dibs and dives into research into biological warfare. I mean, our government does the same, but nevertheless, that's the reason for them also to have distrust. And also the fact that Russia kind of like rushed it through. They did not have what they call phase three. There's different phases in the process of bringing a vaccine to the market. It's phase one, phase two, phase three. You can look at some of all the videos where I go into more details about that. So with that being said, even here in America, we also have our distrust for good reasons because we all know that back in the, I should say, I don't want to say it too rudely, but we all understand that the United States also conducted experiments with minorities as well. So there's a lot of reasons for the distrust. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and that's why we here at this point where you only find less than 50% of people willing to take the vaccine. I guess that's going to be a huge problem, especially when you see so many people's lives are going. I mean, over what, 500,000, 500,000 people gone. It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. But um, here's the question now. The question is this: do you trust your government enough to take the vaccine? Do you? And if so, tell me why. If not, also tell me why. I mean, yes, our government have deceived us, done things in the past that's totally wrong. But could they be right this time? I mean, think about it. It's not the first time we took a vaccine, right? You took measles shots, right? Think about it. Took polio, sorry, right? You take the flu shots, and I could go on with other types of vaccines that we have taken to prevent us from getting ill. So, with that being said, please leave a comment below. Check out the video. Four Faces. We'll talk soon.
It's been found that people across the world are likely to say yes to getting a COVID-19 vaccine, but trust levels vary when it comes to where it's been developed. An international survey of nearly 19,000 people conducted by the polling company YouGov found that the public became more wary of shots made in China or Russia than those developed in Germany or the United States. The overall results were shared exclusively with Reuters and showed that 73% of Britons and 70% of Danes were the most willing to take the COVID-19 vaccine when it becomes available to them. Conversely, more than a third of people surveyed in Poland and almost half of those in France, 37% and 48% respectively, said that they would say no to the shot if offered it. In the United States, just less than half of those polled said they would be willing to have the vaccine. The survey also asked about views on compulsory vaccines, a policy being discussed by some governments to boost the population's immunity. It was most popular in India at 77%, but only backed by 29% of Americans. Previous studies have found that conspiracy theories and misinformation fuels mistrust and raises concerns of not enough overall uptake to fully protect communities from the disease. Friday's YouGov poll found that despite many who said that they would not take the COVID-19 vaccine now, most gave their reason as preferring to wait and see, showing that relatively few were driven by entrenched anti-vaxxer views.